Good morning or good afternoon. I'm Alexandria Viescas, and thank you for joining us on Buy El Paso Facebook and Instagram Live. Buy El Paso supports El Paso businesses so that they can continue to keep their doors open during COVID-19. Dozens of local businesses have taken the city of El Paso's pledge to safety to take additional measures to keep their employees and customers safe. Since these small businesses are taking care of us, we need to take care of them. By patronizing these businesses whenever we can, whether it's ordering carry-out, delivery, or purchasing online, we're showing how much we appreciate their investments in our safety. Today, we're joined by President of Pronto Body Shop, Tiffany Menefee. Menefee? Awesome. Who's participating in Buy El Paso. Hi, Tiffany. Good, good. And you? You guys are doing great. So, Tiffany, can you tell us a little bit about Pronto Body Shop? Awesome. So, for a service like you guys, how's it been operating since March, since the initial shutdown?
Sure. I mean, we got to stay open as, a regular business, because people need their cars to be able to drive to the doctor and, things like that. So we were able to stay open, but it really changed a lot for us just because, one, unfortunately, we need cars to wreck or be repaired to stay on, in business. And, with things being closed down and people not driving as much, it really affected our business and it really slowed down for the most part. But we were really fortunate that a lot of the local community supported us and stuff and kept bringing work in. So, I mean, we did take a hit, but we were fortunate enough to, still have work coming in and be able to keep our doors open. But it has definitely changed our industry, with how vehicles are being repaired, how insurance companies are dealing with vehicle repairs on accidents. And it's just been a lot of, okay, this has changed. How do we, deal with it? How do we move forward and try to keep our doors open?
And talking about moving forward and adapting, to participate in the campaign, businesses like you guys took the city of El Paso's pledge to safety. So, what is Pronto Body Shop doing to keep their employees safe and their customers safe? So, pay me through like what you guys have done differently.
Sure. And I mean, for the most part, like when you're doing like on a body shop, the guys have their own workspace. So we didn't really have to deal too much within the shop because they already have, 6 feet apart. They're in their own workspaces and stuff, just having to address the communal areas of like the bathrooms and like the microwave area. So, I mean, just, making sure everybody, when they leave, wipe it down and things like that. And in the office, everybody's sort of 6 feet apart, but just like when after a customer leaves, making sure that we wipe everything down, with disinfectant wipes, make sure we're wearing our masks and just having good hygiene. So, I mean, we're a bunch of dudes for the most part. So, teaching the guys to have good hygiene.
And what are you guys doing to keep your customers safe?
So we just, I mean, because we don't have a ton of involvement with customers except when they're dropping off or picking up the vehicle. So, if they've needed us to drop the vehicles off at their home because they have COVID or they can't get there, then we'll drop them off and, leave the keys in the car so then they can come out and get the keys and get their vehicle. And then we just disinfect the car, when we're done with it. Because there's easy ways for air disinfectants to be sprayed on the interior of the car when you're having to move it and wipe the steering wheel down and wipe the door handles down and stuff like that. So we just really have just taken precautions that way as part of it. Or if the customer is coming in to pick up, to just make sure you're wearing a mask, or using the disinfectant if we're walking out to look at a wrecked car, and just disinfecting our hands and stuff when we come back inside. So I mean, just the basic stuff. And I think it's not hard to do, and it's just something that we can easily sort of do and move forward and just try to make the best of it.
Yeah, that's so interesting that you guys drop off the cars at the houses. I would have never thought about that.
Yeah, if we have to, we will. I mean, some people want it, some people don't. So, if we switch if they want us to go drop it off at work or at home, I mean, we just try to make it convenient. And we already did those type of things previously. So it wasn't that big of a deal. And, like we've always used like Lyft and things like that. So if the customer needs to be able to drop off and get back home, we've always used Lyft in the past. And the and Uber did the same thing. They've made it really easy for people to have, be safe in the cars. And then that way you're not having to have, multiple people out of your house to go and drop a car off and pick you back up. You can just have one person out of the household going to drop off and then going back home. So we've just tried to sort of do the same thing we've always been doing and just take extra precautions.
That's awesome. Oh, so sorry, Kevin. So what is it that you guys are doing to keep your customers safe?
Was that the question, or was it what we do at the shop, Regina?
What? No, the question is, what is it that you guys are doing to keep your customers safe
Perfect.
at the shop?
Yeah, just the same thing that, sort of everybody's been doing. We didn't have to relieve on the customers, just making sure that, when they come in, that, there's disinfectant there for their hands and they're wearing masks, and us too, wearing our masks. Our desks are already 6 feet apart. So, when they come in, just make sure after they leave, wipe everything down and disinfect it. The cars get disinfected before they go back to the customer, wiping steering wheels down, if we're delivering a car, after it's been disinfected. Just the standard, if we're in close contact, just making sure that both parties are wearing their masks, and just general hygiene, general safety, just moving forward. And I mean, it's not really hard to do. So, I mean, there's no reason not to.
No, I commend you guys for adapting the way you guys have adapted, the way you guys are taking care of your customers, dropping off their cars if they need it dropped off, disinfecting. Honestly, you make it sound super simple, and that's really awesome on your part. I also wanted to ask, why is it important for the community to keep supporting local, like now more than ever?
I mean, my whole philosophy with supporting local is it keeps the dollars here. We have in my industry, and a lot of people don't realize it, because we buy lots of car parts and things like that. And we have a really big industry here for it. And you have companies that come in from Dallas and Houston and Austin that I can order parts in Dallas and get them delivered next day here in El Paso. That's how much money we have here in reference to buying stuff. And I could choose to like buy stuff in Dallas and have it delivered, and it might be a percentage one or two cheaper than buying it here local at one of my local parts stores. But we've chosen to stay within the local part, buying local, because that the money that we're paying to those companies, even if it is a large corporation, is supporting, staff and employees that are in our community. And let's be realistic, I need people, with jobs that are driving cars, because then when people drive cars, they wreck. Not to say that I want you to wreck, and then I fix the cars, and it's just a big circle. So if we're not supporting other local businesses and they're not, having employees and stuff, it affects us all directly. So it's just how it is. And it's like that for everyone. So it's important to keep my dollars here in my local economy, because the local economy is what supports me.
And what's one message you would like to give to local business owners right now?
Um, that's a really hard one. I think what I've seen from all of this is one, I think the two things that I took away from all of this was that having a good relationship with my local community really was beneficial, because they came out and supported me during this. So if you don't have a relationship within El Paso, you really should be, because they're very supportive. And when things get tough, they will support you. And I feel very fortunate that that's how it was, and that I'd already been here in El Paso, and I'd been a big part of the local community, because they did come out and support us. And then the other thing is, if you don't know your books, hire a good accountant or a CPA or a bookkeeper, because as a small business owner, we need to know our numbers or things aren't going to go too well. We can be great at what we do, but if we don't know the book side of things, it doesn't work out too well most of the time. So, those would be my two things to tell business owners. If you don't know your books, you need to make sure you know them, because also we were okay because the community supported us, and that we were wise with our money, and we're able to stay open when things got a little bit rough.
Okay. Thank you again, Tiffany. So remember, when you need any services, food or drink, retail, think local, guys. It's really important right now. So to participate as a business and as a customer, visit buyep.org. Sign up for our newsletter and follow us on Facebook and Instagram for news on some really exciting giveaways. Like right now, we have the Buy El Paso at home giveaway. Log on to the Buy EP Instagram, click the link in the bio to enter to win $250 worth of local business gift certificates, or you could possibly win a Buy El Paso limited edition t-shirt designed by local artist Kristen Apodaca that will be mailed to you. So remember, when you buy El Paso, you heart El Paso. Thank you. Thank you again, Tiffany. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much. You have a good one.